Hey guys, happy Monday. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend and that you are doing well. Today, I would like to talk about the importance of selecting and picking your relationships with intentionality and with grace. Now, I know for a lot of us, man, sometimes we find ourselves in relationships, via that be romantic, platonic, friendships that, were curated from growing up, with next door neighbors in the neighborhood and so forth. But a lot of times these were just relationships by default and not done with intentionality. So let's talk about it. I'm going to tell you a story. Growing up in a neighborhood, that had a lot of violence, gang violence, drug dealing, and so on. You can use your imagination to fill in those blanks. A lot of the relationships and friendships that I formed were formed just because of proximity, because we just so happen to live in the same neighborhood, same block. And looking back at it now as an adult, probably wouldn't have formed those relationships if I had, another choice. And it's not to demonize the relationships and the friendships that I did accumulate, but it is to say though that, if I had an option, I would have, chose with people who actually aligned with my ideals and not just out of, survival mechanisms. But that's neither here nor there. But what am I saying this for? I'm saying this for three reasons. One is your life and your life force has so much infinite potential to grow if you are attached to the right people. Number two, you don't realize how much of your behavior and perhaps negative thoughts and belief systems are formed because of relationships that you have by default. And number three, relationships are an extension of you. They're an extension of your consciousness and your belief systems. Now, what do I do and what can you do to realign that? Well, it's very, very simple, but not always easy.